You can never equate it to overindulgence. You can never say that you're doing too much when you're taking care of, because when it's going to start serving you, nobody's going to remember when you're putting all that effort in your life. You're trying to cleanse your mind, you're trying to take care of emotions, you're trying to control how you react to people, how you perceive things, you're trying to correct yourself in so many levels, you're trying to take care of your spiritual life, you're trying to take care of your prayer life, you're trying to work out, and someone is telling you it's too much. Welcome to my channel. Today we are all about self-care. Self-care is simply the practice of taking care of your mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being with the knowledge and information available to you. Self-care is all about maintaining your well-being. Whatever you do that boosts your well-being is simply what we call self-care. The reason why self-care must be prioritized in today's society is because it is very crucial to your mental well-being. I mean, a lot of things are going on around us, and if you're not able to take a break as a human being, if you're not able to look at yourself and look at what you need and refuel yourself, take care of yourself, your mental well-being is going to be something that you don't even want to talk about or even you're able to control. Okay, there's this myth about self-care that it is selfish. No, self-care is not selfish in any way, because if you're not able to take care of yourself, I mean, how are you even going to be able to be there for others? There's something that we always say is take care of you for me while I take care of myself for you. I mean, if you're not stable as a human being, how are you able to, get to the fullness of your role as a father, a mother, a friend, a brother, a sister, a boss to these people around you? So self-care isn't something that is selfish. It is something that is very important for your well-being, for your existence here on earth. So if you're in your mind thinking, when people mention that you should take care of yourself or focus on yourself for a while and take care of your well-being, if you're one of those who actually think it's something selfish, I stand today to remind you that it is not. Because if you don't take care of yourself, I mean, everyone is going to lose you. How can you effectively take care of people around you or others that you want to take care of when you're not able to take care of yourself? I mean, if something happens to you, what do you think happens to those people? So I think the greatest blessing that you can give the world is to take care of yourself. The greatest thing that you can do for your children, for your family, for your friends, for your spouse is to take care of yourself. So do you see why self-care isn't in any way selfish? Okay, because in taking care of yourself, you're taking care of yourself for every other person around you and people who actually benefit from your existence. You taking care of yourself can be in many forms. It can be physically, it can be spiritually, it can be emotionally. Self-care is a luxury. That self-care is only for those who have money or those who can afford certain things. I don't think that's true. Self-care is on many levels, it's on different levels, depending on your level. So the fact that when they talk about self-care, you shy away from it because you feel like, oh, it's for those that have money and all that. Even self-care as little as skincare is not a luxury. It's not for those who have money. Come on. Are you trying to say that of all those skincare routines in the world, there isn't one that you can afford? It might not even be artificial. It can be natural things around you. There are a lot of things. One thing with self-care is whenever you decide to do it, that's when you're going to do it. Nobody is going to push you. That's the one thing with it. You're never going to see possibilities until you agree, until you tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to do this. As long as you keep seeing taking care of yourself as something so huge, something so difficult, something so extra, you're never going to take care of yourself. My focus today is on emotional, mental, and physical when it comes to your physical activities. Self-care is for everybody, no matter your level. Self-care is something that is essential for your well-being. Self-care can be as little as setting boundaries in your home, in your relationship with people. It can be setting boundary, taking time to breathe. Self-care can be as little as, taking time to look at yourself and trying to understand yourself, taking time away from people, away from friends, away from things that distract you, away from distractions. They're all about self-care. As long as you're a human being, self-care is something that is essential for you. There's something people always say that people that actually practice self-care, it's just the same thing as overindulgence. No, there is a huge difference between self-care and overindulgence. Overindulgence, it's you doing just too much of something. But one thing is that not self-care practice of yours is too much. Whatever you choose to do for your well-being, for your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional well-being, nothing like that is too much. Because self-care is something that serves you in a long term. Stop listening to people that tell you that you're doing too much while you're trying to take care of your skin, your hair, your body, or your emotions, or your spiritual life. When sometimes you want to take a break from friends or take a break from certain people in your life, and you tell them, when they ask you, tell them that you're trying to, take care of yourself. They tell you you're doing too much. Whoever says you're doing too much, I've come to understand that they do not like you. Okay? Self-care is never too much. You can never equate it to overindulgence. You can never say that you're doing too much when you're taking care of, because when it's going to start serving you, nobody's going to remember when you're putting all that effort in your life. You're trying to cleanse your mind, you're trying to take care of emotions, you're trying to control how you react to people, how you perceive things, you're trying to correct yourself in so many levels, you're trying to take care of your spiritual life, you're trying to take care of your prayer life, you're trying to work out, and someone is telling you it's too much. When it starts serving you in the Lord, do you know what these things will do for you when you start getting over there? I promise you, you're going to thank yourself for every little act of self-care that you have given yourself at your young age, because at old age, it's going to show how much effort you've put in yourself. And if you keep listening to people who say you're doing too much for taking care of your body, your soul, your mind, when the consequences start coming, or when you start regretting, those people are not going to be there. A lot of people don't care about themselves. And when you do care about yourself, they find it offensive, they find it intimidating. Because you're trying to do something different, you're trying to take care of yourself for you. I mean, how do you tend to serve people? If you believe that you are here for a purpose, how do you expect someone to be a good friend to you when you're not trying to be one to them? A lot of people just want a lot of things from people, but they're not willing to develop themselves to be those same things to people. If you want your spouse to look sexy and fit, and you're not putting that same effort for them, how does that make sense? You want a good friend, and you've not actually sat down and looked at yourself and what are the things I need to improve in my life to be able to be a good friend to this person also. You have a lot of conditions for your relationships, for things. You have a lot of standards, but you don't even have any for that you have to give to the person. If you're somebody who wants to really enjoy your old age, really want to enjoy your life, I think self-care is one thing that you must prioritize. And in case you're wondering, what are the things that I can put in practice for my self-care, let's look at your physical self-care. One of the most important things you can do for your physical self-care is exercise. Working out is something that should be paramount in all your list of activities in a day. Working out at least 25 minutes every morning isn't so bad. Before you leave for work, no matter how early you leave, waking up after your prayers and all your activities, 25 minutes of every day in your life isn't going to kill you. It's a therapy for you actually. Your sleeping time matters a lot. The times that you starve yourself of sleep, when the results are going to show, I don't think you're going to like it. And eating well, your diet, the things that you put in your body. Sometimes we forget that this body of ours is actually a temple. It's not just on the spiritual aspect, but overall, I mean, if this body is broken, what are you going to do? This is your vessel. So, I mean, why aren't you taking care of your body? All those dreams you have, all those things, all those goals you have set, all those things you want to achieve in life. I mean, if this body of yours this vessel of yours breaks down, I wonder what you're going to do. I wonder why you think you're still going to be able to achieve them. So when you tell people to take care of themselves, work out, eat well, sleep well, and you think somebody's trying to bug you, or you're trying to, or doing too much. I mean, this is your vessel. Why aren't you taking care of it? You repair your car, you take care of your car. This is the only vessel you have. Without this vessel, I wonder what you're planning on doing. And you're being begged to take care of it. And we really think about it. When you're sick, what are you able to do? Don't think anybody's bugging you. Don't think anybody's trying to, make you feel bad or intimidate you or belittle you or body shame you. No. The point is, this is your vessel and you've got to take care of it. Let's not pretend that we don't know the benefit of these things. If anybody around you is trying to motivate you to work out, that person loves you. Somebody was asking me, why are all the gyms now filled? Why is everybody working? Are we going to a war? Why is everybody, in the gym? That's because people are learning the importance of taking care of their vessels. People are coming to the realization that I've got to take care of my vessel. Imagine at 40, at 50, at 60, your muscles are still strong. I know you're glowing, you're very active. There's some things that we can't really avoid. But the things that we can, why don't we try our best to do that? Can we do our own path and say, okay, let nature take its course? Because we can't beat nature, but we can actually help our circumstances, right? So one of the things that people underrate so much is meditation, therapy, writing. You can write down your emotions. And one of the important things that you can do for yourself while, your emotional self-care is actually taking time to process your emotions. You have to sit down and ask yourself, okay, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this? Why am I feeling jealous? Why am I feeling so down? Why am I sad? Why am I angry? What did this person do? Who did this to me? What caused it? Why did I let myself get to this point? Okay, what happened? Okay, what can I do to help myself right now? When you're processing your emotions, whether it be a heartbreak, be it any form, you have to take your time, because if you rush things, you're not going to be healed. A lot of us are dealing with a lot when it comes to our emotions because of unhealed traumas. Because you didn't take your time to process your emotions. You didn't take your time to understand what you're feeling at that moment so that you can completely heal from it. I advise people, if you're going through heartbreak, if you're going through a painful situation in your life, I advise that you take your time, let it hurt you. Cry, let these emotions out. Don't bottle them up, because if you convince yourself that you are healed and it's not affecting you, believe you me, when it will come into play, even you wouldn't know what hit you. A lot of people in relationships today don't trust their partners because immediately after they had a bad relationship, they just jumped into the next one because they believed they were healed and it didn't affect them. But guess what? The next relationship is suffering because of unhealed traumas. A lot of us have childhood traumas that we're still trying to heal. It's important for you to sit down and process those emotions. Understand what you're feeling, understand how you're feeling, and you can actually heal completely. The reason why you are doing this is so you can live a purpose-driven life. You can live peaceful. Don't you want to enjoy your life? What is the enjoyment? What is the fulfillment in carrying loads around? There is no joy in that. There is no freedom in going around carrying loads, carrying traumas, carrying anger, carrying sadness, carrying hurt around. It hurts so much. You have to take your time. Take care of yourself. Life is once, and you can see how fast it's flying by. If you want to feel what it means to have peace of mind, this is all in your hands. But you believe that it's in somebody's hands. That is the problem. You believe that someone has to do it for you. And I'm here telling you, it is all in your hands. You can make that happen. Take care of yourself. We underrate it so much. We don't know the importance of the long-term benefits of taking care of yourself now. You have to set boundaries. Friendships that are not helpful, associations that are not helping you at all. When you sit down and you list the people that you associate yourself with, and you begin to think, okay, how has my life improved since I'm with this person? And you look at yourself and you look at your associations, and it's not helpful in any way. There is no harm in setting boundaries for yourself, for your own sake. Saying no when you ought to say no, when you really want to say no, is a major self-care that you don't even know at a point that you are killing yourself when you say yes, when you tend to say no. Spending time with your loved ones is one of the amazing acts of self-care that I have ever witnessed in my lifetime. They have a way of lighting you up. The feeling of being loved, the feeling of being appreciated by a certain kind of people that you also love is one of the amazing acts of self-care. Take care of what you eat. Take care of, it's not just what we eat physically, but what we eat mentally. It has a way of helping you, understand yourself better. Take care of yourself. Nobody's going to do that for you. If you are mindful of your own improvement, personal development, you ask yourself, okay, what have I done this week to, what stressed me out this week? Okay, what I do that I didn't do right? What happened? What association was I not supposed to get myself involved in this week? And there's no shame in seeking professional help, talking to somebody, as long as you trust the person enough to do that. There is no shame in that. It's for your good, but somehow subconsciously you've come to believe that self-care, taking care of yourself, is such a huge thing, and maybe it's not so important. You pay attention to your finance, to your business, to your work. You pay attention to every other thing apart from yourself. And then you begin to wonder at a point, how did I get here? Why is my life like this? Because you made it so, baby. You don't pay attention to yourself. Why do you have so much expectations of everybody else when you don't even understand yourself? Aren't you interested in living a quality life? Enjoying life doesn't have to be just about money, about going out having fun. You can stay by yourself and just have peace. Aren't you interested in that? I'd really love to read about your favorite self-care practices. What are the things that you do to achieve an amazing self-care? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to read them. When it comes to self-care, personal development, learning a skill is also a self-care, but people don't know, because you're trying to improve yourself. When you pick up a book to read, it's self-care. You're trying to build your mind, you're trying to build your capacity. Aren't you curious of what you are capable of? Evidence that you love yourself is that you take care of yourself. The evidence that you love me is that you take care of yourself for me. The evidence that I love you is that I take care of myself for you. If you're a mother, the evidence that you love your children, those kids that you are sacrificing so much for, those kids that you are denying yourself for so much to sacrifice, but you're not taking care of yourself, the evidence that you love them is that you take care of yourself. Because when something happens to you, I wonder who you are going to leave those kids for. I wonder how you want them to feel. They need you. They need you for as long as possible. That is enough reason for you to take care of them. As a father, you are doing everything apart from taking care of yourself because you believe you are rising so much. Just remember that the greatest gift you can give to your family, to your wife, to your kids, is taking care of yourself for them, because they need you as much as possible. They need you to be there for them. They need you to be a light for them as long as you can. So the greatest gift you can offer anyone around you, your loved ones, those people that you claim you love, is taking care of yourself for them. I believe I have helped someone. I hope so. Thank you for watching.